And just like that, another day's in the books, guys. And let me tell you, man, it was a rough one. Down across the board, oil went up, the VIX went up, gold, Bitcoin, silver went down. So, yeah, it was one of those days. And we have to break down overall what's going on these charts, why we're selling off, and we'll break down a lot of these NASDAQ stocks that got completely nailed today as the Qs went down almost 2%. So guys, hit the like button, make sure to subscribe, join my Patreon if you want to keep up with my portfolio updates, trades, be a part of my private Discord. It's all linked down below, pinned in the comments, or go to stocks-surfest.com/Patreon. And now let's dive into it. I would say cheers, but I actually just crushed my coffee right before this video. Cheers anyway, guys. I appreciate you all for tuning in, for your time. You guys are awesome. So down across the board, and the Qs really led the losses as a lot of these AI stocks keep getting hit. It looks like Burry, he's making some money in the short term here, guys, as he went short Micron at, I think, $1,050 a share. I'm not sure if he covered. I don't think he did yet. And now, as of today, Micron went down to $937. Don't worry, we'll cover Micron here in a couple minutes. Other stocks in the space that I'm watching. So yeah, the Qs, like we've covered throughout the last couple of videos, the Qs have been trading in this downtrending channel since really the end of May. So for about almost 2 months, about a month and a half now, we've been trading slowly down this little channel. And most recently, we got hit at 725 at the top of the channel, right at the moving averages on this 4-hour chart. And now we're clearly starting to go down to the bottom of this range again. And this could bring us down to maybe 690, 695 on the lower end. And if that breaks, if we take the lows out, honestly, from the early days of June, middle of June, that would be trouble. That would mean troubles ahead chart-wise on the Qs. If we take out, that's a big if we take out this channel and the lows from early June. And at that point, honestly, man, we might be going mid-600s, but that is if things really fall through the floor, which, guys, news flash. I've said it before, I'll say it again. I don't think that's necessarily going to happen, and earnings could be the catalyst that actually save us here. We have a lot of earnings coming up, not just this week, but into the end of July, mid-end July, early August. When banks are starting to report, which this week we have JP Morgan, we have, Goldman Sachs, a lot of these banks. When they start reporting, that's when earnings season's here, and it's all about the numbers. At the end of the day, stocks, the market follows the numbers, right? If these companies come in with very good earnings, very good guidance, strong numbers, you know what I mean? Year over year comps are looking great. The stock market's ultimately going to follow, especially if guidance for a lot of the banks, for a lot of these big tech stocks reporting earnings, if guidance is strong, we might be in pretty good shape here heading into the back half of this month, into August as well, if the market, it all comes down to earnings and how the market reacts to those earnings. But again, the market, especially longer term, follows the fundamentals when it comes to individual stocks and in the grand scheme of things on the index. If the S&P companies are crushing it, doing well overall, the market's going to go up long term. Sometimes short term things get wacky, but after we've seen this entire sell off, I think we're due for a rebound on good earnings. That might just be me, though. I don't know. And I think we are in store for some pretty good earnings here. So what do you guys think about that? Let me know in the comments. And who isn't excited about earnings, man? It's going to be an awesome next couple of weeks. It's definitely the best time to be in the stock market, especially if you're an active trader, investor, and especially if you make content like me, guys. Earnings season is the best time. And it seems like once earnings season ends, the next one's the next one starts. But here we are. So let's go over some of these stocks that dragged down the entire market today pretty much. Let's start off with memory. Micron went down 4.5%, and the Head and Shoulders looks more and more prominent. Recently it has with each day that's gone by. You guys see here the left shoulder, the head, the right shoulder, which is honestly why I haven't started a position again in Micron. One of the big reasons is this pattern right here. It actually points to more downside, especially if Micron takes out 880, 890, which as of now it's holding it. Keep that in mind, it's holding it. But if it takes out 890, guys, 880, 900, right? We already have a death cross. We're already under these moving averages on the 4-hour. If it takes out 900, this Head and Shoulders could play out. Now, am I saying it's going to go all the way down to 500, 600? No. 700 even? No. But could it bleed down to the low 800s? It could, and that is where I think we could get a much better opportunity. You know, you could argue now's not a bad time to start scaling in, but I much rather see, okay, does Micron take out 880? Does this Head and Shoulders play out? Because going back to the Qs arguably have more downside based on these charts. So what do you think's going to happen? The VIX is already spiking. Oil's ripping, right? If this continues heading into tomorrow, the next day, the Qs might be at 700, 690, just like that. And that could open up an even bigger opportunity short term for Micron, which again, at that point, the Head and Shoulders will probably play out. So Micron would be interesting. SanDisk would be interesting, which got hit another 12% today. And this one's been a bit more up and down than Micron. SanDisk actually had a big run last week from 1,500 to about 1,950, massive run. But that ended up being a bull trap. We got hit at the moving averages. We also have a Head and Shoulders on this time frame. But like I said, eventually it's going to be too oversold, and it's going to see an uptrend. The uptrend is going to continue. In my opinion, that's just my take. This is a short-term time of volatility. Qs are getting a beat down. You know, the war in Iran, the conflict, whatever you want to call it, it's heating up a little bit, spooking people, but I think it's opening up an opportunity. DRAM as well. DRAM's in the mid 50s now, mid high 50s, and I think if this gets back somehow to the high 40s, low 50s, I think that's a screaming buy and hold. We can see the overall Head and Shoulders on DRAM. That's a memory ETF. Let's see other names that got hit. Lam Research is getting close to where I originally bought it. I mean, this stock, I almost bought it a couple of days ago. I held off, and I'm glad I held off. But if this thing gets anywhere near the low 300s, high 200s, I'm going to buy back in. You know, I bought in originally in the mid-high 200s, sold in the mid-high 300s, and I'm looking to rinse and repeat on Lam Research here, guys, after it had a 6% red day today. But I think there might be a little more downside before the rebound here. So Lam got hit. Again, Micron, all of memory got hit. Coherent, all these photonics plays got hit today. Coherent went down about 5.3%. Lumentum went down, about 4.2%. Corning, 4% down. GLW, which I'm long. I'm holding on tight, guys. I bought some recently at 179. I added more to my position. Let's see what else. NVIDIA, oh yeah. Forgot to mention NVIDIA, the big dog, had a 3.5% red day, but honestly, guys, it's not looking too bad considering it was just at 190, 195, and we're holding a good amount of those gains, and we're above $200 now, so we're still up over the last week, 2 weeks on NVIDIA, but it did give back some of the gains, 3.5%. Nebius today, 4% down. A lot of these charts are starting to look ugly, guys. Intel down 6%, which this chart doesn't look that bad, actually. If I pull up this channel tool out. Let me show you guys. If I zoom in here, Intel, let me show you this. Come on, doesn't want to work. If I draw that out, boom, you guys can kind of see we're arguably in a buy zone on Intel. But with how rocky the market is, it's like, oh, should we buy it? Should we wait? Should we hold cash? Should we wait till earnings? But at that point, it might be too late, you know? Earnings are coming up on the 23rd, which is 10 days from today. So what is that? Not this Thursday, but the Thursday after, I believe, potentially. Yeah, I believe that's the date. Either way, Intel's coming up. ARM Holdings had an 8% drawdown today. Tesla had a 3.2%. And like I've been saying, each time Tesla gets over 400, it gets hit. It gets rejected. Here we are again, same thing. So at this point, guys, the market's getting hit, but the moral of the story is I think a lot of these are buys. I'm not saying go out and buy all these stocks. I'm not saying go throw all your cash at once, but I'm saying I think this little blip, this sell-off we've had, this little, stagnation, if you will, in the bull market is just that. It's a little pullback period. We're seeing a nice consolidation time, a little pullback for the overall market over the last couple of weeks, and I think that's gearing us up for blast off later on here. I'm not one of these bears that think, oh, the market's going to crash, blah, 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 it's over. I'm not buying it. I'm putting cash to work where I see fit, and I still have a cash position. Cash is a position, but I'm not trying to sell out of all my stocks, time the market, freak out, do this, make 50,000 trades. I'm keeping it simple, and I'm keeping a clear mind, in other words, and I'm thinking in the terms of years, not, oh, what's happening tomorrow, next week, That's where my head's at. So what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Hit the like button, subscribe, and join my Patreon if you guys want to keep up with my portfolio updates, trades, investments, and if you want to be a part of my private Discord. It's all linked down below, pinned in the comments, or go to stocksurfest.com/Patreon. And with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video.